What's up, everyone? This is Kyle from Green Hat Local SEO, and in this video, we are going to go over a plumbing company and how they can rank better in Google Maps, what they need to do, what's going right for them, what's going wrong for them, and really how they can grow their business and get more leads online. So before we do that, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. If you think I'm full of shit, just go ahead and leave a comment. So this is Slate Plumbing Company, and they are over in, I think, Lehi. Yeah, they're over in Lehi, Utah. So this is a plumbing company, and like most, well, not most, but a lot of companies out there, they do plumbing plus HVAC services, and I'm going to show why that is a problem in a little bit. But first, we're going to go over where they currently stand with their SEO. So their organic traffic is non-existent. So you can see here they had a little bit back in May of 2024, nearly a year ago, about 10 months ago. And since then, it has been nothing. So they've had absolutely no traffic, but you can see here they're trying to do they're building a ton of links. It looks like this is when they engaged with their current SEO agency, and they're desperately trying to build links, trying to get more traffic, but it's just not going to work because their website and their SEO fucking suck. No matter how many backlinks you build, if your website and your on-page SEO is nowhere near where it needs to be, you're not going to be ranking. You're just going to be wasting money because the basis for all SEO campaigns, aside from technical SEO and making sure your website is being found, is on-page. And if Google doesn't know what your website is trying to rank for, backlinks are not going to help, right? So you can see here that they've been building a ton of backlinks, desperately trying to rank for anything, and it's just not working for them because their on-page SEO is not where it needs to be. Typically, we don't start really hammering backlinks until our pages are ranking on the first page or near the first page. And you can see here, they're not ranking for shit. Let's see, what is their organic? So right here. So it looks like best, they're maybe ranking for number 29 here for plumbing, Utah heating and air, which I don't even, okay, I'm not even going to count that. That's not even a keyword. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's searching for that. Other than that, for non-bullshit keywords, maybe they're ranking for number 25 for gas line installation in Utah. Plumber, Lehi, Utah, even something that they're directly targeting. Even now, they're only ranking in spot 34 because their on-page SEO is not good enough. And right here, this is what I mean when I say, like, if your on-page SEO isn't good enough, no matter how many links you have, you're just not going to be ranking. They did go from 51 to 34, but how many people do you think are going down to the fourth page and looking at spot number 34 for a plumber in Lehi, Utah? Probably not a lot, right? Their Google Maps rankings really aren't much better. So plumber near me, they're ranking number 2 right on top of where they are, but it drops off completely off of Google Maps and the map pack within just a mile right here from 2 to 5. They probably are getting some organic clicks because with 5, you can conceivably see somebody going down there. But once you go to spot 10, spot 14, spot 16, nobody is going down that far looking for a plumber, right? Plumber in Lehi, this is interesting because they are not actually, they are actually in Lehi, but not the actual center of the city. So whenever you try to rank for a specific city, like you say plumber in Lehi, or it could be HVAC in Los Angeles or whatever, when you add that city on there, Google is going to be measuring from the geographic center of that city. So people who are closest to the geographic center are going to be ranking above you. So you can see here that because they're not in the geographic center, they're not really ranking very well. But look, it looks super impressive that they're ranking number 3 over here. That's great, but that's still just one step away from falling off of the map pack completely. And even then, they're ranking number 6, 7, whatever, outside of Lehi. If they did this well, they should be ranking number 1 everywhere that's not Lehi, right? But they didn't even do that correctly. When you get into Lehi, closer to the actual geographic center, you can see you're 13, 14, 17, 15 because they didn't do their on-page SEO correctly. When you're doing this, you need to make sure you're not just ranking for the keyword plumber, right? You also are ranking for the concept of plumber and concept of Lehi, which means you need to be mentioning both of those things on your pages. And again, I'm talking about on-page SEO here because Google pulls a lot of information when trying to rank the GBP from what is on the actual website itself and on the on-page content. AC installation near me, they're ranking number 10, right on top of where they are and completely non-existent anywhere else. Plumbing company near me. This looks really impressive, right? 234 222 333 looks pretty cool. I'm going to show you why that's bullshit in a second. HVAC company near me, number 7. So even around top of where they are, it's not ranking in the map pack. So when we go to the keywords, one thing that you have to realize is you have to pick the right keywords to try to rank for. If you pick longer tail keywords, it's going to be easier to rank for those, but there aren't nearly as many searches. And even slight variances could have major implications on the potential traffic you're going to get, right? So for example, I typed in plumber near me, which has 1.5 million monthly searches. This isn't in the Lehigh area, obviously. I don't even think there's 1.5 million people around that area. But this is just, for all the searches around the world, 1.5 million per month, right? Now, for plumber near me, they're ranking number 2 and then completely dropped off the map pack. But if you looked at plumbing company near me, which is right here, they're ranking okay. So 2, 3, 4, this could conceivably be a 3 at certain points when you get A/B tested. 33322, 332, 222. 5 again could conceivably be A/B tested at number 3 at certain points. So this one looks a lot better, plumbing company near me. But look at the difference in the search volumes. Again, this is not just in Lehigh. This is for everybody who's searching this. 1.5 million for plumber near me, and plumbing company near me is 74,000 per month. That is 5% of the total searches of plumber near me, which means that yes, they are ranking better for plumbing company near me, but it says only 5% of the searches of plumber near me. So really, which one would you want to rank for? If you're a plumbing company, you want to rank for plumber near me or plumbing company near me, right? So right away, they're targeting plumbing company near me, it looks like, but it has 5% of the searches of plumber near me. So yes, it might be easier to rank for, but you're not going to get nearly the same results or the same lead flow as you would if you're ranking for plumber near me. The pages for these two, so this is for plumber. These pages are not following SEO best practices. Let me go to, I don't think I pulled this up yet. Yeah. So these are not following SEO best practices. So this says plumbers Wasatch Front in Utah. The fuck does that mean? Who is searching for Wasatch Front plumbing contractor? Fucking nobody, right? So right away, this looks impressive. It looks cool and trendy, but this is not helping your SEO at all because nobody is searching for this, right? I mean, this really should just be about your plumbing company or your plumbing services. At Slate Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we probably offer blah, 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 blah. Okay, plumbing services is great. So they have lots of different plumbing services here that they have links out to, but nothing actually here about the different services that they offer, right? They show or shoot links over to the other pages, but there's nothing here in the content itself about the different services that are being offered. Google is not going to go to these links, check out the content on these pages, right? And then assume, oh, okay, all this content actually needs to be on here. That's not how it works. If you want this page to rank for plumber in whatever city, plumber near me, you have to write a comprehensive page about all the services that you offer that all needs to be on here. You can't just link out to the other pages. Yes, you need to have these other pages that go more in depth about water softener installation, gas line installation, whatever else, water softener, if you're doing, I don't know, water heater installation. You do need to have specific pages for those because those are very specific topics, but you also need to write about them on this page itself. Not only is it helping Google understand the page, but it's also helping readers understand exactly what you do, and it makes it easy for them. If they have to go and click to another page, a portion of them are not going to be doing that because you're making them work for it. You're putting in what we call friction there to try to get them to a conversion point. So because none of that content is on here, Google doesn't really know what to do. It can't really connect the dots, right? And so this is a low quality page, and this is why it's only ranking number 34, right? Now there are ways that you can take some of this content if you think it's too much and put it into your schema and put the information there. That's absolutely something Google's going to read. You can rank a page with no content on it, just with all the content in the schema, but that wasn't even done here. So this is the schema for this plumbing page. So they don't have anything here that's going to be helping Google at all. They have WP header, creative works, site navigation element. So they have nothing here about the organization. They have nothing here about the services they offer, nothing here about who the owner is, nothing like that. What they do have here, the only one that would conceivably make any sense is creative work, right? But even then, creative work is the wrong type of schema. Basically, what creative work is doing is it's telling Google that this is a page about, maybe this is a book or a movie or a photograph, some sort of a creative work. It's not, this does not show to tell Google that this is is a page about a plumbing company. This is telling Google this is a page about a book about plumbers or a movie about plumbers or some stupid shit like that, right? And I don't know why they did this. Well, actually, I know why they did this is because they don't actually know what they're doing, right? This is just the bullshit out of the box schema that Rank Math Pro spits out. When really there is literally a specific type of schema for plumbers. All they had to do was put this schema in here, and it would have given Google so much more information. But they don't know what they're doing, and they didn't do that, right? So this SEO agency is completely wasting their clients' money here by buying all these links and not paying any attention to the on-page SEO or the schema. If they would have taken all the money that they would have spent on links and used it towards improving the content here, adding in the keywords and the entities that Google's looking at, and actually expanding the content, that would have given them much better results than trying to just go out and pay somebody to build links. Really what they should be doing is firing at something like Quora or Page Optimizer Pro, and then using that as a sort of guide to optimize these pages. And it's not just the plumbing page, it's all the pages that I see here are all low quality pages like this. Piping, repiping, like there's really is no content out here that's going to tell Google much about what piping and repiping is, how Slate Plumbing does it. It's not telling readers why they might need it, when they would need it. They have some pretty cool AI pictures on here. But and look at this pipe is going into the wall right here. Like this is hilarious. Like obviously somebody didn't care enough to actually go through these images. But yeah, it's not actually telling users what they could expect and why they should choose Slate Plumbing. It's not telling Google any of that too. And if Google doesn't understand it, then why the hell would they rank them for that? And again, so much of what happens on the website itself affects the GBP rankings, which is why they're not ranking anywhere in Google Maps for these really important keywords, right? So another thing too that I mentioned is when you do plumbing and HVAC, really you're only going to be able to rank for one of those concepts because these are two completely different things. And to see what I mean, if you do plumber near me and HVAC near me, what do we get? We get completely different maps rankings here. We get completely different organic rankings here, right? And that's because these are two different types of services, two wildly different types of services with completely different ranking factors, completely different keywords and entities they're going to need. And you can't theme your website as both of those. So really, if you offer plumbing and HVAC services, then either really what should happen is you would put one of those on a subdomain and theme that subdomain as HVAC or as plumbing, right? But because Google sees them as a plumbing service first, it's not going to rank them for HVAC. Because one of the things that changed with Google or with SEO in the past few years is Google's looking at how a website is themed. This is to combat PBNs and websites that are just selling links to whomever they want. Google knows that a actual website that is actually helping people is going to have a specific theme around it, with a few exceptions like news sites, for example. But because this company and site was originally themed as plumbing, it's not going to rank for HVAC, not without maybe spending 10 times the budget they currently have. So this is why HVAC isn't ranking. I really would not recommend they put a ton of time or money to trying to rank for HVAC services. Even like they go back to the budget and stuff, one thing that they're spending a lot of the money on is backlinks. But the backlinks they're building are so fucking dumb, Google, I can almost guarantee, is ignoring them. For example, look at these links they're building. This is on a recipe about Locomoco from, I think SG is Singapore even, right? So, and look, this is just a comment here. Why, who is even doing this? What's the point in trying to still rank using low quality comments like this, right? And this just tells me the SEO company doesn't really know what they're doing. They're absolutely wasting their clients' money. 2D animation videos. Look at this. This is going to be another board topic. So this is a message board. So this is another completely irrelevant keyword. Same thing here, another message board, another message board. So you can see all these really low quality, completely irrelevant links that they spent money on that really aren't pushing any sort of power, if any. Now they do have some citations, which is good. Batch Geo, this is good. Easy Web Directory. Chamber of Commerce, need to have that. There's a couple other ones that I saw. So yeah, Biz Highway, Business List, US. So they have citations, which is good. Not as important as some citations like Manta, Yelp, Localese, basically the ones you get from Yext, but it's better than nothing. And it's a hell of a lot better than bullshit comment links like one on a Locomoco recipe. Because you got to remember, Google takes the content for the entire page and reads that. And if this page is about Locomoco, but you try to stick a link in there to your plumbing company, Google's going to realize that this makes no goddamn sense, right? And this is another reason why these links aren't doing shit for them. So these backlinks were completely wasted money. If you want to build backlinks like guest posts, niche edits, cool, those work really well. But if you want to save money, if you want to make better use of your budget, I mean, you don't need to be doing that, especially not if you're in a place like Lehigh or Draper or American Fork. You can use SEO Neo. You can use Cloud Stacks and Google Stacks. We use those a lot, and those work really, really well. You don't need to be spending $1,000 a month on link building with niche edits and guest posts and stuff like that. You definitely shouldn't be building comment links. These aren't going to be doing dick for you. But just use SEO Neo, use Cloud Stacks, use Google Stacks. Those are going to be pushing enough power to push up your GBP rankings in these areas. I'm going over to the GBP itself. Like it's perfectly fine. They got some pictures on here. It looks like it's updated recently from, this is just from less than a month ago. Pictures are good. This is exactly what clients and potential clients want to see. They want to see examples of your work, and that's good. Then also, you can never have too many pictures on your GBP. In fact, it's good to have as many as possible because that means people are going to go through them. They're going to be clicking them. Google's going to see all that engagement, and the more engagement on your GBP, the better, because it looks like you are a relevant search result. Really, the only thing I think I'd recommend here is adding in some videos. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can put short videos on your GBP, and it could be something as simple as you just pulling out your iPhone like on a work site and be like, hey, I get this question a lot, why do I need blah, 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 blah? And the answer is blah, 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 blah. 15 seconds tops. It's really all you need. You put it on there. People are going to be clicking it and watching it. And that helps not just your SEO, but with conversions, because then people can actually see your expertise and they feel like they already are kind of familiar with you, which is going to make them more apt to give you a call. So they have GPP posts on here. They've got their hours, address. They got the correct website on here, phone number. And it looks like they're getting reviews pretty consistently, right? 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So really not a lot here that I would really nitpick about. They have all of the categories filled out, which is what they need. They have their tracking on here, so that's good. So again, on the GBP itself, not really anything that I would complain about, but the rest of the site is just so goddamn stupid that it's not going to be able to rank anywhere, even with all the money they're wasting on link building, because there's absolutely no effort being made on on-page SEO or on schema. So that's about it for this video. If you're a plumber and you want to actually have SEO that works for you, then give us a call or contact us at ghls.io. We have a free until you rank program. So that means if you are a plumber and you want SEO, but you don't want to get scammed again like these guys are, contact us and we'll set you up with our free until you rank program. So that's about it for this video. Again, my name is Kyle Sabroth from Green Hat Local SEO, and I will talk to you later.